I'm Jenny. I'm hanging out at Arrowhead Stadium today, and I'm here to share some of my feelings and thoughts about how the NFL and the NBA have responded to the Black Lives Matter movement. So why are sports important? They bring us together. We center our leisure time around them, and I believe that they can bridge the gap between generations, genders, and even classes. However, 4 years ago, Colin Kaepernick took a knee during the national anthem before a professional football game. And since then, he's been ostracized from the league, and his career as a professional football player has ended. So fast forwarding to May of this year, Minneapolis resident George Floyd was murdered by a police officer when the officer took a knee on his throat. This incited a global response to police brutality and racism, and put the Black Lives Matter movement on the front pages of our lives. The imagery of Cap taking a knee and this police officer also taking a knee is shocking and disgusting. Now, considering how the NBA has responded to the Black Lives Matter movement is quite different. If you are following the Eastern-Western Conference Finals, you'll notice that the players have been able to put something on the back of their jerseys other than just their last name. So there are things like liberation, freedom, love us, school, or maybe education reform. They've enabled the players to have a voice and to speak out for what they believe needs attention or needs change. The coaches are wearing buttons on their shirts. Commentators are also bringing light to racism that is not only prevalent in the league, obviously, but on a global stage. And in between, you'll see commercials about the same matters at hand here. What I appreciated about the NBA is they're not shying away from it. They're not pretending that it isn't a problem. Where the NFL hasn't really stood any ground. They haven't stood up for their players. They have really enabled the problem to persist within the white ownership and leadership in the league, and then even within the fans. At this year's home opener for the Chiefs, the reigning Super Bowl champions, there was a moment of unity that was supposed to be reserved with silence, and you can hear Chiefs fans booing in the background. And this is all happening while both teams are standing midfield together, arm in arm, and there are statements about racism or anti-racism on the scoreboard. Yet the fans can't respect these men as humans. They only see them for their entertainment consumption. So you might ask yourself, why does this matter to me? I'm not a professional athlete, unfortunately. I'm Caucasian, I'm a woman, but for me, I see the humanity in people, and I see what has happened in our country and probably globally then to another race. Not even just in the gross white supremacist ways that are happening, but the nuanced ways in our everyday lives. And I'm a mom. I have 2 kids who I want to raise to be kind and aware, and that's why this matters to me.